Hi, welcome all. This is the lecture on Introduction to Energy Efficient Buildings. Now, the building sector alone represents about 35% energy consumption. Now, realizing the situation, the need of the day is to adopt sustainable green building approach, which is the ultimate solution to reduce the energy demand of the building. Overusage of conventional building materials not only cause global warming but also affect the natural resources. Now, green or sustainable building uses by resources like energy, water, materials and land more efficiently than buildings that are just built conventionally. Okay, so the green or sustainable building, okay, we need to build it more efficiently than the building that are just built conventionally. It uses resources like energy, water, materials and land more efficiently than buildings that are just built conventionally. Then coming to introduction, so first of all we need to understand what do you mean by this energy efficient buildings. So an energy efficient buildings will reduce the maintenance utility cost, but it will improve the durability, it will lessen the noise, it will increase the comfort and it will create a healthy and safe indoor environment. So the goal of energy efficient construction is to limit damage to the ecosystem and reduce the use of natural resources like energy, land, water and raw materials. So reducing the energy consumption is crucial because it means few emissions of greenhouse gases which are known to cause global warming. So why is energy efficiency in building important? Okay, so among the benefits likely to arise from the energy efficiency investments in building are reducing energy use for space heating, cooling and water heating, then reducing the electricity used for lighting, office machinery and domestic type appliances, then lower maintenance requirements, improve the comfort and enhance the property value. So we all know that sustainability has become increasingly important in the building industry in the recent years. So an energy efficient building, okay, so it will reduce the maintenance and the utility cost, okay, but it will improve the durability, lessen noise, it will increase the comfort and creates a healthy and a safe indoor environment. Okay, so energy efficient construction. Now the need for this energy efficient construction is taking momentum by rising power consumption in the real estate sector. Now there is about 30 to 40% energy saving potential in the building industry, okay, which shall not only reduce the load on the power sector to meet its demand but will also help, okay, the inhabitants reduce the energy bills. Now this green buildings, okay, they are also known as the green construction or the sustainable buildings. Okay, so these green buildings are also known as the green construction, okay, green construction or sustainable buildings. So these green buildings, okay, they are designed to meet certain objectives. So what are these objectives? Such as protecting the occupant health, improving employee productivity, okay, using energy or water and other resources more efficiently, and finally reducing the overall impact to the environment. So it will benefit the community, okay, and also the environment in order to reduce the resource consumption while enhancing the quality of life. Now this ultimately, okay, will result in the reduction of the greenhouse gases which will help to reduce the greenhouse effect. Now this green building or the sustainable or the green building practices, okay, they reduce the tremendous impact that the building design, construction and maintenance has on both people and nature. So this energy and material consumption in buildings, okay, it can contribute significantly to global climate change. So this green building practices, okay, they promote construction of building that are healthier for the occupants and healthier for the environment. Next is the scope of the green buildings. So this will be beneficial to the people now who are really conscious about the environmental impact of the building and who believe in energy conservation, okay, such as advanced daylight system and lighting performance, then indoor environmental quality, health, thermal comfort, okay, and optimization of the building performances. Now coming to the next is benefits of green building. Now green building has multiple benefits, okay. They provide some of the most effective means to achieve a range of global goals, such as addressing climate change, creating sustainable and thriving communities and driving the economic growth. So first one is the environmental benefit. So it is one of the most important benefit of green building is to offer to our climate and natural environment. So a green building can not only reduce or eliminate negative impact on the environment by using low water, energy or natural resources, but they can, okay, in many cases have a positive impact on the environment by generating their own energy and increasing biodiversity. So the green building certified by this Indian Green Building Council, also called as the IGBC, it will result in energy savings of 40 to 50% and water savings of 20 to 30% compared to the conventional buildings in India. So they will protect the biodiversity and the ecosystem. It will improve the air and the water quality and reduce the waste streams and conserve natural resources. The next benefit of green building is economic. So green building offers a number of economic or financial benefits which are relevant to a range of different people. Now these include cost savings on utility bills for tenants or households, then lower the construction cost and high property value for building developers, then reduce the operating cost, create, expand and shape markets for green products and services, and improve occupant productivity. Coming to the next is social benefits. So green building benefits, okay, they go beyond the environment and economic, okay, and have been shown to bring positive social impacts too. So they will enhance the occupant comfort, okay, and health, and will minimize the strain on local infrastructure, improve the quality of life. Next is water conservation. So green buildings, okay, they consume about 40 to 80% lesser water, okay, compared to the conventional building. Then they also have the coming to the waste reduction. So many strategies are there on site. So one of them is the waste management strategies. So green building generated lesser waste, okay, they by employing this waste management strategies on the site. So these are the various benefits, okay, which a green building offers. Now coming to the next is the concept, okay, what is the concept for getting energy efficient buildings? So let us look into this. So first one is the site selection, then we have orientation, then walls and roofs, energy efficient appliance, then waste reduction, and then heating, air conditioning and ventilation. So now although in coming to site selection, although the site selection is based on price, okay, a poor decision can preclude several sustainable features, like making the most out of what the site, okay, has to offer can be difference between a high performance building and a traditional one. Next is the orientation. So a proper orientation allows for passive solar gains and daylighting. Okay, in northern hemisphere, south facing windows have greater exposure to sun. Next is the walls and roofs. So the envelope of the building is significant determinant of how much energy is required to heat and cool it. So the challenge in designing the foundation, walls and roofs is to minimize the conductive heat loss gain while minimizing the uncontrolled movement of air in the building. Next is the energy efficient appliance. So use of energy efficient and eco-friendly appliances reduces the utility cost. Now while purchasing new electrical appliances, we need to look for the BEE star rating. Now more stars will indicate more efficiency. Next is heating, air conditioning and ventilation. So reducing the heat load of the structure allows for the installation of a smaller heating and cooling system. So the importance of high quality ventilation system is often overlooked during the design phase, but it is fundamental construction in the green building. Next is on waste reduction. So green architecture also seeks to reduce the waste of energy, water and materials during construction. So one goal should be to reduce the amount of material, okay, which is going to the landfills. So these well designed buildings, they help to reduce the amount of the waste generated by the occupants as well by providing on-site solutions. So what are these on-site solutions? Such as compost bins, okay, to reduce the matter which is going to the landfills. So these are the various concepts, okay, for getting energy efficient building. Coming to the next is energy efficiency measures, okay, for the buildings. Let us see what are these energy efficiency measures. So they can be categorized into various types. So first one is reducing the heating demand. Next is reducing the cooling demand, reducing the energy requirement for ventilation, reducing the energy use for lighting, reducing the energy use for heating water, reducing the electricity consumption of office equipment and appliances. So the energy efficiency measures for the building, they are the approaches through which energy consumption of a building can be reduced while maintaining or improving the level of comfort in the building. So the first one is by reducing the heating demand. So it can be reduced, okay, how it can be reduced by limiting the exposed surface area of the building. Now the shape of the building, okay, it will determine how much area is exposed to the outdoors through the exterior walls and ceilings. Now to save energy, we need to try to keep the exposed area to a minimum. Now the most economical house to build and heat is one with simple square or rectangular plan. Now this complex shapes, okay, will increase the exposed surface area as well as the construction and energy cost. So we need to limit the exposed surface area of the building by avoiding this complex shapes, okay, as this will increase the construction and the energy cost. Next is reducing the cooling demand. So energy use, okay, in typically air conditioned office buildings is double that of the naturally ventilated buildings. Now the need of the air conditioning or the size of the system involved can be reduced by providing effective natural ventilation, then avoiding the excessive glazing. Okay, so windows should be sized to provide effective daylight while avoiding excessive solar gains. Next is reducing the energy requirement for ventilation. So the energy required for ventilation can be minimized by a building design that maximizes the natural ventilation, then effective window design, then use of mixed mode ventilation, and using efficient mechanical and ventilation systems. Then next is reducing the energy use for lighting. So this can be accomplished through making maximum use of daylight while avoiding excessive solar heat gains, then installing energy efficient luminaries with a high light output to energy ratio, and selecting lamps with high luminous efficiency. Next is reducing the energy used for heating water. So this can be achieved. Okay, you can achieve this by installing the time control and setting them to correctly reflect the hours of hot water requirements, then setting sanitary hot water thermostat to appropriate temperatures, then switching off the electric heating elements, okay, when the hot water from the boiler is available. Now the most significant reduction in energy use, okay, for hot water can be achieved by providing solar water heating. Okay, next coming to reducing the electricity consumption of the office appliances. So the typical measures, okay, include switching off or enabling the power down mode reduces the energy consumption and heat produced by the equipment. So upgrading the existing equipment, so some energy appliance may cost more to buy but will recoup savings over the lifetime of the equipment. So these are some of the energy efficiency measures listed here. So we shall discuss this. So first one, as I told you, is reducing the heating demand. So we need to avoid the complex shapes, okay, as it will increase the cost of construction and the energy cost. So try to limit the exposed surface area of the building. Now the shape, okay, shape determines how much area, okay, is exposed to the outdoors through this exterior walls and ceilings. Next is reducing the cooling demand. So the energy use, okay, in air condition is double that of the naturally ventilated buildings. So this need, okay, for air conditioning or the size of system installed, okay, it can be reduced by providing effective natural ventilation. Next is reducing the energy requirement for ventilation. So it can be minimized. The energy requirement, okay, for ventilation can be minimized by an effective window design and a building design that maximizes the natural ventilation. Next is reducing the energy used for lighting. So how can we do this? So first of all, make a maximum use of daylight, then select lamps with high luminous efficiency, then install energy efficient luminaries. Okay, so these are some of the ways by which we can reduce energy which is used for lighting. Coming to the next is reducing of energy which is used for heating water. Now we can achieve this, okay, by installing time control and setting them to reflect the hours of hot water requirements. Whatever the hours of hot water requirements are there, so install the time control and set them to the hot water requirements. Now the most significant reduction in energy used for the hot water, it can be achieved how? By providing solar water heating. So by using the solar water heating, we can significantly reduction energy can be achieved. Next is reducing the electricity consumption of office equipment and appliances. So typical measures, as I told you, will be switching off or enabling the power down mode will reduce the energy consumption and the heat produced by the equipment. Now coming to the next slide is on energy efficiency in the building methodology. So this is a typical energy flow in a building. So you can see here, this is the natural energy gains, internal heat gain, then system losses, delivered energy. Okay, so we will see each one of them in detail in the next slide. So as illustrated in the diagram, okay, delivered energy, the natural energy gains and the internal gains, they all will contribute to providing the energy needs of a building. So the building gross energy needs represent the anticipated building requirements for heating, lighting, cooling, ventilation and air conditioning. So the indoor climate requirements, outdoor climatic conditions and the building properties. Now these are the parameters which are used for determining what is the gross energy needs of the building will be. So coming to the first one, we'll see is what is this natural energy gains. So this will include the passive solar heating, then passive cooling, then natural ventilation flow and daylight. So this natural gains, okay, can be maximized by exploiting the potential contribution to a building's performance offered by the site. Okay, so natural ventilation wherever practical and appropriate, with mechanical ventilation, air conditioning used only to the extent that they are actually required. Now a shape which encourages the use of daylight and natural ventilation and reduces heat losses. Coming to the next is internal gain. So this internal heat gain. So internal heat, what is this internal heat? It is the thermal energy from the people, lighting and appliances that give off the heat to the indoor environment. Now whereas this is a desirable in cold weather as it reduces the energy requirements for heating. Next is delivered energy. So this is the amount of energy which is supplied to meet a building's net energy demand, that is to provide energy for heating, cooling, ventilation, hot water and lighting. So this is expressed in kilowatt hours, okay, normally expressed in kilowatt hours. Next is system losses. So the system losses result from the inefficiency in transporting and converting the delivered energy. Now that is of the 100% delivered energy, only this 90% may be used to provide the actual services. For example, lighting, cooling or ventilation. Coming to the next slide is certifying the energy efficiency. So now what is the purpose of this energy efficiency certificate? So we need to first of all inform the tenants, okay, and the prospective buyers of the expected running cost, then create the public awareness, then act as a prerequisite of measures to improve its energy efficiency. So an energy efficiency certificate, it is nothing but a summary of the building energy audit. So what does it give? So it gives information, okay, on the building's energy consumption, what is the energy consumption of the building and what is the energy efficiency rating. So will be included in this energy efficiency certificate. Coming to the next slide is on green building products and materials. So green building materials, they are composed of renewable rather than non-renewable resources. So depending upon the project specific goals, okay, an assessment of green materials may involve an evaluation of one or more of the criteria listed, such as resource efficiency, indoor air quality, energy efficiency, water conservation and affordability. So coming to the green building products and materials, we have the eco-friendly tiles. So this tile will improve the performance of indoor environmental quality. You can see in the figure here. So an eco-friendly tile will replace the conventional flooring, okay, and it will reduce and will use the less energy in their production. Coming to the next is colored lime plaster. So it is maintenance free, okay, it is washable and waterproof, okay, its shines and glossiness increases as the time passes. Now though this low volatile organic compound paints, okay, that is the POC, they are available, but using the colored lime plaster as paint, okay, it will reduce the painting for the whole structural life. You can see in the figure here. Now this colored lime plaster is maintenance free, it is washable, okay, and its shines and glossiness, as I told you, will increase as the time passes. Coming to the next is solar panels. Okay, now the solar panels, they are emerging technology, okay, for people who want to utilize the natural power around us. So this solar power, it will bring down the energy consumption, okay, and we also know the solar energy is a renewable source of energy. Okay, with this I come to the end of this lecture.